Good afternoon, and welcome to this month's Meet the Mayor recap. One discussion at our last meeting focused on the $24.5 million grant that City of Brevard is receiving from the Federal Raise Grant Program for the Acosta Trail. This grant will allow the City of Brevard and Henderson County to rehabilitate the abandoned rail line and construct a 19-mile trail that will connect communities between both counties. The grant is truly the result of an amazing team effort, and when complete, the Acosta Trail will be transformative for this region in terms of economic, social, and health impacts across our communities. I'm so excited to concentrate on moving forward as soon as possible and making this trail a reality. One resident asked if the city could offer swimming lessons at Franklin Pool. The city contracts its pool management services to the Swim Club Management Group. If that company has lifeguards who are certified and willing to provide swimming lessons, then they can offer that service. So far this season, an instructor has not been available. We can, however, continue to make that request in subsequent seasons, and we'll see if we can work to make this happen next summer. Another group expressed concern about Duke Energy installing new utility poles in the sidewalk on Park Avenue. I've spoken with a Duke representative who explained the importance of the pole's location. They need to keep the poles in a straight line because of the sturdier wires that they are installing. So they will be extending the width of the sidewalk to ensure that it remains ADA compliant. Road safety issues were another major point of discussion, specifically at the intersection of Park Avenue and French Broad, and the intersection of Wilson Drive, East Main Street, and Greenville Highway. There was a request to add a three-way stop at Park Avenue and French Broad, and another request for a pedestrian crossing light at the crosswalk on East Main. Both intersections involve state roads managed by NCDOT. I referred the issue to the city's Public Safety Committee, and they agreed with my request to address these items with our district's NCDOT representative, and I'll be doing that at my next meeting with her. Several months ago, the issue of parking on Mills Avenue was raised, and we sent it to the Public Safety Committee to review. We had a traffic engineer look at the situation to see if there was a safety issue. The recommendation, which the committee accepted, was that we should allow parking on Mills Avenue except right at the curve. Parking along the road by Georgia Hill actually serves as a traffic calming measure and helps slow down traffic. Someone also asked what the city does about trucks hauling debris without properly covering their load. As with other traffic rules, police enforce this ordinance when they witness violations. Many people have asked for an update on the City Camper project. At this time, the City Campers project managers are reevaluating their plans to account for the increased price of building materials. Their deed and their conditional zoning district both give them until April of 2027 to open a full-service hotel. I have asked the developers for an update and their anticipated schedule, and I'm waiting to hear back from them. Following the rezoning of a stretch of land along Osborne Road, some residents have asked about the possibility of having a sidewalk installed along the road. City staff met with NCDOT just last week to prioritize our future sidewalk projects, and Osborne Road was high on our priority list. Sidewalks are fixed or installed in priority order as funding becomes available, so it will likely be a number of years before that project is fully funded. Finally, somebody asked about the city's ETJ, or extraterritorial jurisdiction. In particular, they wanted to know how the limits of the ETJ are determined and whether the new short-term rental rules, if approved by City Council, if they would apply in the ETJ. The state of North Carolina grants cities the authority to regulate land use outside its corporate limits, and the extent of that area is determined by the population of the city. A city with a population of up to 10,000 people, like Brevard, can regulate 1 mile outside its corporate limits. Cities do this in part because those areas are likely next in line to be voluntarily annexed into the city as it grows over time, and it will prevent incompatible land use or nonconformities when it occurs. Cities cannot force annexations, but they are generally requested when land developers need municipal services. The proposed short-term rental regulations, if passed by council, would apply to general residential zoning districts in the ETJ as well. An ETJ representative does have a seat on the Brevard Planning Board to help ensure that input from ETJ residents is received and considered in zoning decisions. Thank you to everyone who came to this month's Meet the Mayor. The next Meet the Mayor event will be held on Thursday, July 13th from 10 till noon at the Mary C. Jenkins Community Center. I hope to see you there. Thank you.